So mein Führer Trump has won the election for the American presidency. Call me shocked. I mean, no one could have possibly seen that coming, right? Hillary was such a perfect, ethically minded, and reasonable candidate for the job. It's almost as though no one realized that she has a vagina. I mean, what better qualifier is that? Vagina, people! Vagina! I mean, fuck, when the news first hit the Clinton campaign headquarters, Hillary was so stunned she almost dropped the stick she was using to beat on Bill with, and the crowd became so deathly quiet you could almost hear the sound of an email being deleted. Fortunately, the left has handled this defeat with the usual grace, kindness, and level of tolerance that we have come to expect from them.
If you're not fucking pissed right now, what is wrong with you? What is fucking wrong with you if you're not pissed right now?
So let me go off of this. Dave, you are pissed off. You are upset. A lot of folks are reeling and wondering.
Pissed off, I'm sad, I'm ashamed, I'm angry.
So what?
I'm gonna vote Trump, damn it! You voted Trump! You voted Trump! Oh, yeah, he voted Trump!
She been so yeah! Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all vote. Oh, y'all do that to Damn.
Beat his ass!
Don't vote Trump.
Don't vote Trump!
I have no respect for women who voted for Trump, okay?
Yeah, me too.
I think so poorly of them, and the reason why is because, look, I don't think that you're a single issue voter. I just think you're dumb, okay? I think you're fucking dumb.
Progressives from all over have been showing their understanding and making clear their intentions to work together with their fellow Americans in healing the divide between the peoples in their country. Forgetting all of the racist rhetoric of the past because, well, it's all just divisive nonsense that is destroying the country and led directly to their defeat. It was a hard lesson to be learned for sure, but they are taking it to heart. Yeah, okay, maybe not. Okay, look, assholes, you lost. Get over it. More importantly, just once, maybe you should use this opportunity to examine just why it is that you did lose. I mean, seriously, you douche canoes lost to fucking Trump. Trump. 319 million people had the choice between you guys and an Adult Swim cartoon in human form, and most of them picked the cartoon. That should seriously tell you something about how the rest of the public views you.
I have done my research. I've done my research. You're fucking old. Old. You're fucking a white male. You're fucking a white male. You're a white man.
Yeah, like that for starters.
You're fucking a white male. You're fucking a white male. You're a white man. You're fucking a white male. You're fucking a white male. You're fucking a white male. You're fucking a white male.
Does it not occur to you that in a country that is mostly white, branding all white people as racist might not be the best option when you're trying to get their vote? Maybe, just maybe, by trying to divide everything into a matter of race, you are making people, such as, say, the majority who are white, more aware of racial lines and causing them to vote appropriately. I mean, it's one thing to shit on Trump, I get that, but you're so deeply lodged into the puckered rectum of SJWdom that you were relentlessly shitting on his supporters. You know, the people that you needed to convince to be on your side in order to win. Your own candidate actually stood up and said the following about the people on the other side.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. But that other basket of people are people who feel the government has let them down, the economy has let them down, nobody cares about them.
You would think that after a statement like that, at least one person in her camp would have taken her to the side and given her a clue by 4 upside the head 40 or 50 times. But instead, Many of them doubled down on the claim and agreed that she was correct. Her only mistake was in saying it. Look at this clip from one of the more punchable faces in news. Well, okay, saying he's in news would be a little too complimentarily inaccurate. But, well, from someone that the left side considers to be news.
In all seriousness, this is a mistake politically, okay? You go after your opponent, you don't go after their supporters, because ideally you want their supporters to come and vote for you. Now, Hillary Clinton may feel that by distinguishing between the 50% that are in the basket of deplorables for their racism and xenophobia and whatever else, and the 50% who are just frustrated with the system, that she is still going to be able to appeal to the 50% that are frustrated with the system. I don't know about that. I believe this was undoubtedly a strategic mistake. You were sort of throwing in the towel on 50% of Trump supporters if you are indeed right that they are in that basket of deplorables. But I want to propose to you something else. I don't think Hillary Clinton is wrong about what she is saying.
You know, for all the talk of how Trump mouths off so much, I don't think he ever actually directly attacked the actual fan base of his opponent. Meanwhile, Pac-Man is nodding his head like a smug little yapping dog who just took a massive shit on the carpet and knows you won't punish him for it because he's your girlfriend's dog and you still want to have sex tonight. Okay, I might have lost that metaphor somewhere, but you get my drift. I was watching CNN the night Trump won, and they were covering all the massive protests that occurred when the young and the privileged went crying out onto the streets to show how against sexism and racism they are by protesting the election of a white man into office. And the first person that the reporters managed to get to the side of the road for an interview was this Latin girl, probably a college student from the looks of her. He asked her why she was doing this, and she went on this rant about how horrible it was that now the president was a racist, sexist, buzzword. And I turned to look at my boss, and I wondered out loud, how much do you want to bet that if that reporter were to ask her for any quote or reference to anything about Trump that caused her to think that, she wouldn't be able to even answer him? Of course, only a good reporter would have asked that question, and this is CNN we're talking about, so... But you guys are acting like this is the next biblical fempocalypse, telling people to be safe and that now there's horror and violence around every corner, and everyone you know is afraid for their lives, screaming about revolution and subverting the democratic process. And you notice how much effect it's actually having? None at all. Because people are starting to realize how much you lie to them, and not even that you lie, it's that you tell the same lie over and over again without fail. You always double down on the bullshit. But the core of why you lost to Trump is the mote in thine own eyes. You cried and lied about Trump being a racist while instigating racial hatred, lied about sexism while demonizing a whole sex, and held a criminal up on a pedestal of ethical purity while condemning the perceived improprieties of others. You were Trump's biggest supporters, and you didn't and still don't realize it. He didn't win because people loved him. He won because people hate you. And that is truly the sweetest victory a man like him could ever have hoped to achieve. Hail to the chief!